says she's down.
Do you want?
Don't worry, I'm down. You guys
I know.
your objective. I really wanted to get up to you as the Wraith and do one thing. OHIO, baby.
And that's on camera now. So.
It is.
I was born in Columbus. Obviously, I've already been on Get Off My Lawn, but I need to talk about this on my own, and I don't see any podcast invites coming for this one, because they all had enough representation to do it on their own. So we're going to talk about Survival Fest 2024. First of all, we all know I'm a big Survival Fest guy. It's my favorite event of the calendar year. I like it so much that I sponsored it again, which meant that they gave me this little baggie full of swag. It came with a thank you note and some other stuff in it, including a Golden Corp sticker. I don't think there was another way to get one of these, and I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. And then just some Survival Fest stickers for the event, Operation Fool's Gold and a general Survival Fest sticker. There was some other stuff in the bag. There was a specialty sponsor coin in the bag that, goes on my chain of many coins. And it was pretty great. So, in figuring out how to do this retrospective, I landed on writing the most considerable script I've ever written to figure out what we were going to talk about. So, an appropriate coffee cup for the event, being we were in central Pennsylvania. The event took place at the Pennsylvania State University, which is a big deal for me, obviously. I'm a Penn State guy. I grew up in State College, Pennsylvania. It's a meaningful location to me. There are limitations with the campus that mean I'm not sure it's the best decision for HVZ anymore. Also, you're going to hear some weird noises. My dog decided that she needed to be persnickety downstairs. She is locked in here with us for this video. Here. So it started with a convention at the Nittany Valley Sports Center or something like that, which is a new venue from when I lived there. Nice place. They made excellent use out of it. They had about half of the total space, and the front half was kind of the convention area with refreshments provided by the site that you could purchase, blaster check, Survival Fest merch table, and then their vendors and other concerns. Recognizable vendors that were there for me, obviously we were there, and we were selling things. Specifically, we were selling the gin, and then the Riverdale shells and Riverdale upgrade springs. Old Fusion Designs was there, selling a bunch of stuff, including the still unreleased Quick 2. I keep hearing that Adam is going to release Quick 2, but it hasn't happened yet. Detroit Dartworks was right next to us, because obviously they were also selling the gin, as it was a joint venture. There was a rep from Sabre there, like hawking Sabre products, but I don't think he was selling Sabre products, which is good, because who's going to buy a Sabre at an exclusively HVZ event? But the big vendor booth for the Nerf hobby space was Containment Crew, right? Charles from Containment Crew was there selling everything under the sun, but he had the new B car for the Nightingale 1. This leads me to a couple of statements. One, the Nightingale 1 style B car will not fit in the Nightingale 2s. We're going to be talking about those. I just haven't had time. But it will take a Nightingale down about 5 feet per second in the, what is this? The 10 degree, 12.5 millimeter spacing, according to Ted from the Irregular Auxiliary, who I loaned this to get his Nightingale under spec. So Ted, thanks for the field testing. I appreciate it. Other vendors, several of the RIT folks who traveled, and Bethany, who is the game director's girlfriend, were selling art pieces that were all very nice. I just didn't have it in my budget to buy a bunch of art. And then there was a dude there selling custom pottery, and I wish I'd gotten his card while I was there. So if somebody here knows him and can point him my way, I'd appreciate it. My two favorite kinds of art are fabric craft and ceramics, like just in general. I'm a big fabric craft guy. So, let me know. I'd like to buy some stuff. Other than vendors, they had various podcasts and displays. Obviously, with OFD and DDW there, DDT was going to be there, and they were there in force. Tim, Tom, Adam, and Alex were all there. So the only one they didn't have of their active hosts was Eric. But fun fact, I hear Eric's going to be at End War again. And then display stuff, they had the Maryland Foam Alliance guys there. They were selling patches and stuff, but they were mostly just hanging out. Go Slow Taco was there promoting the Joy of Socks drive again. Sign up for Joy of Socks if you haven't already. It's a great cause, and socks are near and dear to our hearts in this hobby, right? Right? So sign up for that if you haven't already. And then there was some other stuff. The ZIA guys out of Maryland, and I know I'm forgetting one, but my recollection isn't perfect. So they ran that till 4 in the afternoon. Then we broke for dinner. I took the Talonaxe STFU guys and Turkey and Rion. Did I have Turkey and Rion yet? No. I got them later. I just took my guys to Otto's Pub and Brewery for dinner, and we had a lovely dinner. Alan had a fabulous schnitzel. If you're in State College, Pennsylvania, and have a chance, be sure to go to Otto's, check out that schnitzel. It was wonderful. We also went to Champs 3 times because, we're easy to please, and Wonder Wings. But then we came back for Mission Zero. Alan set out of Mission Zero because he had peopled out selling all those gins. So he chose not to play Mission Zero. And I have no footage of Mission Zero because I was a dumb duty head and forgot to turn my camera on, which is unfortunate. Nearly immediately in Mission Zero, when I went out with a meme loadout of a band of 30 shells for Sabrina, or Miss Spellman if you nasty, and my Outlaw, this misfired on me. My dart fit on my Mega XLs was a little too tight. We had to massage those Mega XLs to get them to fire properly for the rest of the weekend. But I got tagged out nearly immediately. And I went to walk back to the briefing room. Spoke to 2 of the mods en route. And said, hey, can I put on my blue vest? And both mods independently responded by looking at me, looking around, and then going, it's Mission Zero. F the humans. And I was like, nice. This is where I'm going to reintroduce my favorite mechanic in HVZ. Scaling ammo restrictions. I don't care how you want to do it. I don't care if it's single weak point. I don't care if it's a tiered system. I don't care how you work it. I love it. My reason is by causing certain ammos to not damage certain zombies, you adjust the proverbial zombie tech curve. So, as a larger, older, and less mobile gentleman than I once was, I make up for my limitations with a lot of mags and a fancy toy. I can go full auto. I can do anything I want. I can make things work. This will take care of me. Once I'm a zombie, I'm just a big, slow meat shield, unless you give me a tool to make me not just a big, slow meat shield. And Survival Fest does this by issuing vests or pennies. I bought my own vests because I am a big man, so I bought big man vests, and they were approved by the Survival Fest mod staff. And so I had a red one and a blue one. A red vest made you immune to normal ammo. So rival balls, full-length darts, half darts, that kind of thing. But you were still susceptible to mega and larger ammos. So Mega XL, rockets, anything with fins, basically, socks. The blue vest made you immune to everything save Mega XL and things with fins. Rockets, missiles, or big bad bow style arrows, right? The old Nerf arrows. I had been given permission to put on my blue vest. And I gotta tell you, it was the most magical experience of my HVZ career. I emerged from Thomas Building, my bandana upon my cowboy hat, my blue vest on and zipped up, walked out the doors, and saw the squad I had been running with, my friends. And I proceeded to massacre them to the best of my ability, because it's Mission 0. F the humans. And into the melee I leaped, making tags, eliminating people, giggling like a schoolgirl, until I went after my friend Tom from Detroit Dart Talk. And I and Tom shared a deeply meaningful and sensual tag right there on the ornamental grass in front of Thomas Building. As I went in for the tag and Tom backed into the wall and Tom toppled over, and Tom ended up spread-legged about my waist, arms out as he had fired an MXL and hit me in the chest as I made the tag. And we locked eyes and I said, "Are you okay?" And he went, "You have very soft hands." We then proceeded to play rock, paper, scissors to the conclusion of Tom was joining the horde. And I got my first tag of the evening that I cared about. But I think my 5th overall, because Blue Vest makes me a magical monster. We then proceeded to East Quad, and that's where the humans had to get to and do their final stand for the evening. And in the East Quad, I decided I didn't want to yell to maintain zombie morale and structure. And being a bit of a wrestling guy, I decided that my only option was to Steiner bark for the balance of the evening. For those of you not aware, the Steiners are a wrestling family. 2 brothers who wrestled in an earlier era, and now Bronson Reichsteiner, or more commonly Braun Breaker, who bark "Hoo!" as part of their ring presence. Well, humans will do anything that a large, loud white man shows them how to do. We're conditioned to by polite society. So when I started wandering East Quad, "Hoo! Hoo! Hoo!" all of the zombies started barking continually for hours. And it became something of a rallying cry through the weekend that I would bark and people would bark with me. And it was magical for me. It was really great. I will say the hold in East Quad was plagued by several injuries that occurred due to just the nature of the space. There's a hill there that, I'll be honest, you should avoid on the best of days. It's always slippery. But it did lead to someone who had come to play with the larger group I was with being injured and having to take the rest of the weekend off due to that injury. Or so he claims. I am of the opinion that the injury was intentional and that he hurt himself because he wanted to play beer pong at the Airbnb with Erica. And Squirrel, I salute you, sir. Way to take one for the team and go entertain Erica. I respect the choice, and I admire the chutzpah. And Tom, I appreciate you taking care of Squirrel. Saturday morning, we returned to Thomas Building with drinks in tow. We had bought a truly prodigious amount of monsters, handed them off to the mod staff because, as usual, they had not gotten enough sleep on their first evening in town, and we felt that was unacceptable. At which point, we were divided into the teams that we had chosen on registration. There were 5 teams corresponding to the common ammo types of Nerf. So you had Elite. Well, let's do them in order. You had Rival, and Rival was going to run like Baby's first HVZ like they had last year at Survival Fest. Sox, which is the team we went with, was one difficulty curve up. You could expect to deal with some zombies, but not a lot. This isn't where we wanted to land. This is where we were kind of channeled into on the advice of several mods who we know, who stated, yeah, you got a couple of new guys. This will be a good pick. Plus, you're just going to get to vibe. You'll understand what that means in a minute. Then there was Elite, which was where we wanted to land. Elite was going to run a little harder mission with some more zombie presence. And then there was Mega, who was going to get even more zombie presence and was considered the hard mode. One of them was going to get the starter zombies, and one of them was going to get the troll squad. I'm not sure which one. The troll squad was naturally Hyper. Hyper was led by Wormy. Wormy, who made me a scarf for Secret Santa this year. A scarf that I wore to the zoo here in Nashville. A scarf that is currently in my closet, and I really should have grabbed and thrown on for this video, but I didn't think about. But I did hug Wormy repeatedly for making me a scarf. And if you make me fancy fabric craft that also has my name on it, I'll probably hug you too. Because I love things with my name and or logo on it. It's one of my very favorite things. But, as I said, we went off with socks. You got a button corresponding to the appropriate team. I'm going to pressure Wormy. I'd like to have a full set of these for my, shrine here in the armory. And off we went to do mission 1.
If James is reading this to you, that's paraphrased. Something went horribly wrong in our scheduled meeting with Dr. Ben Rains last night. But overall, Operation Fool's Gold hasn't gone completely off the rails, as Anya was still able to make sure you received my message. It is imperative that we reconvene and continue on with our objectives for this operation. However, as things have seemingly gone wrong, it is imperative that anyone from Golden Corp not know my outright location. Fear not, for I prepared a backup plan in case of this scenario. Your task. I have left a series of clues across campus that you must decipher and follow to my actual location. I have left the first one for you at the bottom of this message. For all the others, look for the marked socks I've left with them. A word of caution. Goldenrod most likely knows that we're on to him and has probably sent out some of his security guards to roam campus. While he knows we're here, it definitely hasn't clicked with him how many of us there are. I suggest being very quiet on your way to me. That means there is a clicker on this mission.
There could be more than one.
I want all of you to look at me. We are now from the city of New York. We do not acknowledge other human beings. Great. The clue is sneak west down Pollock. Old Botany, you must sweep clear and follow the mall north. Old Botany is that way. I know this. My father renovated it.
So this was the very first sock that we found from Sock Eyes, with the first clue wrapped around it. We took to the field, and I kept this in the bottom of my dump pouch for the entire weekend.
How is he like? He's ghillie suited. He's urban ghillie.
Silently.
then we go run and throw it on the clicker.
I would start to the ball, right?
No, he needs a minute or two to compose himself.
You don't have your sleeve, sorry.
At that point, Sockeyes had us on a new walk. He knew where we were going. We were just staying with Sockeyes, running like an escort, right? So we are walking along, and all of a sudden, I start hearing someone playing an ocarina like we're in frickin' Zelda.
I don't care. It works. Well, yeah, give him a kiss for me. So yeah, several of the guys from Purdue had just decided to be total Purdudes and go deal with Kelsey, who was playing the clicker. And I can't remember what the skin for the clicker was, but it's a clicker. So they're off in a quad, just playing with Kelsey, screaming at her, playing the ocarina, and we continue. The Purdudes catch up, and we are on a mission to find good Wi-Fi signal. And we're wandering around, have to find the Wi-Fi signal. Until finally, we have found the Wi-Fi, successfully hacked it. And Sockeyes hands me a new mission brief.
Transmission?
Oh my God, you son of a bitch.
We're going right back to the beginning, aren't we?
No, looks like I've managed to find the perfect signal spot. Time to vibe! Your task, guard me while I watch my anime. This hold will last as long as it takes me to watch my anime. I.e., if agents leave the hold area, I will restart my show, and you must hold again from the beginning. At least one agent must remain within the grass. So are we seeing the grass or this? Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay.
So we have to be within the concrete boundary. If at any point he's tagged, he will restart his show. Circle to the boundary. Form the war circle.
Yeah. We spent a sizable period of time watching anime donut videos. I'm not a weeb. I didn't know this was a thing where like there was a weird anime obsession with punching holes in dudes. But apparently it's a thing, and that's what we watched. And in Luke's defense, it was actually a lot of fun. Oh yeah, Luke was playing Sockeyes. I've dealt with Luke in the past. Luke played Mick Rage last year. I was not aware that I was going to come out of this thinking of Luke as one of my best friends in the world just due to humor value. But I think we're there now. So after we finished the anime and we could go do our real mission to infiltrate Ben Reigns' computer, we had a little wander to North Halls where we found out we were going to see a honeypot, which was the skin for the Wraith. And as you saw at the opening of this video, the Wraith was again played by Kelsey. And I'll be real, I didn't know that Kelsey specifically wanted to terrorize me. The Purdudes immediately went to go play with the special again. And I got to the objective and found out that it had already been done, but we needed to hang out as like a distraction. And so we were going to play some blackjack. I put Alan on playing the blackjack, because Alan likes blackjack. And I went and sat in the corner and had some water with turkey. And then Connor chose violence.
You drink.
No water.
Bad boy. You want to suck on my hose?
Sure, I'll suck on your hose.
Do I need to take a picture of this?
Oh baby, oh baby.
Say it one more time, slowly.
Really get it in the back of your throat.
Take it nice and deep. There you go.
Yeah, I'm only just walking. I haven't even did anything, so.
No, this has been a very nice walk.
And this weather for me is...
And we've got a couple of maniacs who want to play with the specials.
Let them kite them.
Correct.
How'd you like
who is
Friday the 13th?
Yep, Freddy's coming. It's Dora. It appears Freddy is inbound. It appears Freddy is inbound.
So yeah, he just decided that he should go play with Kelsey for a while and run her around and see what happened. And that was pretty funny. We finished the mission. The mission went well. At the end of our mission, we were told that we could either go help Elite or we could go back to the briefing room. We wanted to go back to the briefing room because we were ready to eat, and that's important with certain medical conditions. So we went to do that, but on the way, we ran into the water cart as deployed and sponsored by the Sub-Zero Blaster Battle guys.
That's a lot of water.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
I've got a pack on, but I like this. I dig this vibe.
Yeah, we do. Heat stroke is a gross disease. Come on.
Get a drink. Yo! Let's hold and get a drink. They brought it. We may as well encourage it.
That's my job.
So if you need a drink, if you didn't bring a bottle, get one now.
Everybody cups.
If you are hydrated, if you have a bottle or a camel pack, let's go ahead and fan out and make sure this is a safe situation.
This was a great idea. Like, taking it upon yourselves to buy a cart once they got to State College. They already had the water jugs and the cups and stuff, but they didn't have a cart. So they got to State College, bought a cart, assembled the cart in the hub parking deck, and then we're just like, we're just going to drag this cart around all weekend. That's going to be our thing. We're not really going to play. We're just going to drag this cart around. And I'm of the opinion people pulling a water cart in an HVZ should be like a mobile, safe space. Like, don't get within 20 feet of it with play. Just let them vibe. And on some level, it's like an HVZ Geneva convention, right? Like, these guys are doing a humanitarian service. Why are you messing with them? Apparently, at some point, some zombies did decide to just jump the guys and, take them out of play. And the mods came along and were like, no, you're fine. You're dicks. Which, again, good job. Love the Survival Fest mod team. So, the other thing that happened after the water stop is we had an impromptu Country Roads sing-along with like 12 dudes that eventually led to sea shanties. That was pretty funny. But that basically ended our mission 1. After mission 1, we toddled downtown. We were going to get some McLana subs, but the deli at the main store was closed, and I wasn't walking all the way down to the Allen Street store where I used to work to get a sandwich, so we just went to Jimmy John's. The guy running the Jimmy John's was working by himself because his one employee who was on had taken a break right after showing up. So we got to listen to him reprimand his employee while he insisted on how he should make sandwiches. That was pretty funny for us, but we got our sandwiches. They were Jimmy John's sandwiches. They weren't bad. And we had a nice lunch, which leads us to Mission 2. Mission 2 was a vault that was represented by the West Campus Quad. And you needed 3 keys to get into the vault, because the thing is, the West Campus Quad, there's a bottom level with a big double-wide staircase, and then there's an upper level with 2 single-wide staircases. And their concept was you need one to open this gate, and then one to open each of these doors at the same time, right? Okay, sounds great. In play, there was, of course, OPP construction on one of the stairwells up to upper quad, which meant that we only had one of those stairwells, but that's to be expected. It's OPP. There were 3 sites to get the 3 cards. One was Eastgate, for those of you who are Penn State people, what used to be the graduate apartments on campus and the football player apartments right there across from Pollock. That's apparently now Eastgate. That was news to me. which was a maze like the UNCC maze last year, where they had one-way barriers set up with traffic cones and duct tape, and then you could only go up steps, you couldn't go down them. Very cool idea. Loved it at UNCC, love it here too. North Halls was an infiltration of a Golden Corp facility where you had to pose as new hires and like convince the people there that you were on the up and up and you were with sockeyes. This is what I wanted to do because I want to spend my time with Luke, my new super best friend. But no, that wasn't allowed. No, Tim was like, well, Alex is going to be on the West Campus. We should go play with Alex. And I'm like, I don't want to go to West Campus. My biggest complaint about this game is that they're going to make me go to West Campus. Well, we went to West Campus to play with Alex. I'm not going to play the video here, but we went to West Campus to play with Alex, and pretty much immediately there was complaining that we were walking all the way to West Campus. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I don't want to go to West Campus. We were nearly immediately pursued by zombies because we had the largest group, and I'll be real, probably the most firepower. So we start marching along, and Blue from the A-team gets up in my face, pulls his phone out, and goes,
Who are you and where are you using?
I'm James Fail, Talonaxe Armory. I have the Jin, the future of brushless.
Does that make you a ginger?
No, my genetics made me that.
So that was fun. And then we trudged the rest of the way past West Halls, where we're going to have to double back to, and we're now being pursued by zombies in mass. We have zombie unicorn guy, some of the UMBC guys, just a coterie of zombies following us. And so they'd hassle us and we'd hassle them.
David, yeah.
And then we had this guy sit down on a bench. And Alan stopped to basically check up on him and be like, hey, are you okay? I am of the opinion that should have been declared as a medical hold right there. Right? The guy was of larger stature. He wasn't doing great on the walk. Maybe we have an issue. Maybe we should say something. Instead, we had the zombies jump out of the frat, which was out of play, but not clearly marked as out of play, but it was still out of play. So technically they weren't good tags, so those tags were reverted later, but, wow, here's the footage.
We're gonna be so sore after that day. We're just gonna hot tub.
Kidding me, Alan?
They stop for old dude, because old dude stopped.
And he didn't communicate that.
Alan just get
Yep.
They stopped for that guy.
I'm pretty sure we were on an unannounced medical there.
And so Alan was out of play. Which is where we'll talk about boomstick mods and these little tags. So Boom is making these for events he goes to. He charges a commission fee. They're neat because both you and the zombie that tagged you get a keepsake out of it, right? You get a collectible. You get the one with your name and your logo as appropriate and the event on it. And the zombies get a brain, and it clicks into the brain, right? And I actually got 2 brains, and not everybody had one of these. I think Boom made like 40 of them for this event. I have one problem with these. I like them conceptually, and in a world where you don't have like try-hard career zombies, these are a great idea. Because these enable you to have the keepsake, hand them off to somebody, and they have a moment, right? They have a permanent thing they can go hang up at home as like, hey, I went to Survival Fest 2024 and I got Amethyst's brain. That's neat. The problem is, you have these like try-hard career zombie guys who are collecting these things like bounties. And from go, one of the guys I was running with had zombies walking up to him and were like, I'm coming for that. That's not really appropriate. And it's on the border of like a Rule 0 violation. So I like these. Don't treat them as bounties though. Like, this is a happy coincidence if you get one. Not something to be chased. We're going to talk more about that later. We head over to West Campus, and going to West Campus required us going up the IST building and using it as a bridge to cross campus. And I had a lot of worries about this, and they were pretty legitimized.
By the way, guys.
The situation right here is.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, humans split and non-players coming through on a bike. Split the middle.
There's another one behind the first one. Wait for the. Well, there's three more.
I saw the one behind.
Yeah, there's three more. Well, two more now.
He's writing.
This is why we shouldn't be here.
So this happened repeatedly, where we had to deal with these like bike holds on the IST bridge. And these bike holds would happen because people are riding their bicycles from West Campus, where there is more housing and stuff over there, right? You've got the golf course beyond it. You've got graduate housing beyond it now. And then you've got just like houses and stuff farther down College Ave. And so people will ride their bikes with their kids and stuff up over the IST or Westgate, whatever you want to call it now, and down into campus to go do things and like have a nice day. It's a sunny, comfortable day. But what this leads to is a lot of paused play on the bridge, right? A lot of zombies standing around, a lot of humans standing around, and some miscommunications. So when we're on our way back from wandering, so we had to wander around the massive West Quad to find golden objects like this one in order to find the key card. We didn't find all of them. We didn't find this one. Apparently people just walked past it repeatedly. Having seen the photo of where it was hidden, we never walked past it, so I don't want to hear it, Alex. I didn't walk past that prison building where I used to have philosophy. So we head back, and we are walking up to the IST building, Westgate, the bridge, and I'm huffing and puffing. I'll be real, I'm pretty tired. My knee hurts. And they call a game pause. And this game pause could have been anything. We didn't know. But as this game pause is going on, Unicorn Guy runs past me. He gets about halfway up the ramp, stops. When it becomes clear it's another bike hold, and he sits down on the wall. I'm like, yeah, that looks like a good idea. Walk up, pop a squat, and we wait until gameplay resumes shortly thereafter. At which point, Unicorn Guy looks down the ramp, looks up the ramp, and takes up off the ramp.
Oh, thank God.
Go investigate. Can we get out of the sun?
No, it's fine, buddy. Oh, bye. That's why. Hey. It's all right, buddy. I'm not kidding.
Apparently.
Back on!
You got it?
Yeah. Watch right. Have a sock ready.
Mega XL! Mega XL!
Mega works.
Sock doesn't work.
Mega sock works. For the record, you should have gone all the way back there because of the pause. Yeah, regardless, you shouldn't be affecting play for repositioning. Yeah, he ran up here thinking it was a medical hold, sat on the wall, came up here, respawned. That's an inappropriate move. And that's the third time I've seen him do one. So I'm at the point of, well, Mike told me I get to chastise people. Congratulations. Here I come. You're stunned, and that's a dick move.
Rule 0! He wasn't trying to give it back. I know.
But you don't kick the ball. Period.
No, because then you're stunned.
Right, and if that ball bounces and goes in the street, now they got to go get it out of the street. Like, just let it roll.
Are you serious? With no foliage, like just like this.
Oh, it's a hex key.
So is that a real key? It's a bit. You've already unlocked the door. You've already unlocked the door. This.
I got told I had to play with Alex. I wanted to go with you.
Not to follow the humans by himself if he's out, because he has to have other active zombies to be able to follow you. Well, he made the mistake of trying to charge at me and got like 3 point blank shots to the chest. So that was a nice one.
Yep.
One Z, 2 Z, dead Z, dead Z.
No! You cannot pursue the humans when you're by yourself. Either stay where you are or move off. What was that?
Just keep going, he's being a dickhead. Just keep going, he's being a dickhead.
So you'll notice first that that isn't just the Unicorn Guy clip. Because in cutting in just the Unicorn Guy clip, I was like, this is kind of dickish of me. I'm calling out one dude. Let's see what other Rule 0 DBAD violations I can find on my footage. And as you see, I put in several that are incontrovertible, right? They are simply what they are. So obviously the first one you see there is Unicorn Guy. My thing about everyone, but especially zombies, is you need to re-enter play from the same kind of status that you left play from in the event of like a medical thing, or, you know, you had to step away to take a phone call or whatever. You shouldn't utilize a game pause or, you know, debanding of your own need or whatever to better your position in play. It's not very sportsmanlike, and in my opinion, it is a DBAD violation, right? And normally I wouldn't call it out, but I saw this kind of thing repeatedly throughout the weekend. We talked about the guys running through the frat. Oh, well, they didn't know it was a frat. Well, there was a parking lot right there. Do you really think you should be attacking from a parking lot? These are all things that were going on. in having brought unicorn guys forward, I'm like, well, do I have a human one? Yeah, I do. I have a guy punting the spitter ball, possibly into the street. So what happens if he had punted that into the street and it hit some dude's car? Right? We can't just be kicking balls for shits and gigs. The third one, I've referred to as the water cart ambush, was we found the water cart shortly after we left IST, and, we're having a drink. I'm walking past it to go touch base with Alex and see what's going on, and people are engaging so close to the water cart that they shoot a dart through Wormy's water cup. That's a problem, guys. Why are we playing beside a road around the water cart? It's not safe for you. It's not safe for the water cart. It's not safe for the person just trying to get a drink. But we're all doing it. We need to not do it. And then finally, we have a zombie who is pursuing alone, which is against the rules. Regardless of your opinion on follow mechanics, the rules of this event say that you can't follow humans with 50% or less of active zombies. So if there were 2 zombies, the 2 of them could have followed. But there's 1 zombie, and he's inactive, so he can't follow. And then you have the DBAD violation of my own, where I called him, because I was told I could do that. And I would have picked a fight if Hicks hadn't stopped me. So, good on my brother from the north keeping me from making a bad decision. But this is a problem in our hobby space, and it is a continuing issue. These are just the ones I could post incontrovertibly without being concerned about it in any way. And every one of them is, in my opinion, a big one. People need to start thinking about how they're interacting with this game and other human beings in it. We need to be polite. We need to be understanding. We need to be adults. Okay, soapbox done. Back to the regular video. In my group, Returning with the Key, we unlock the first door, and we are of the supposition that Mega has wiped. That is the rumor we have heard. So more than half of my group decide we need to go. I'm like, you can't get to Eastgate, run the maze, and get back in the time we have. This is a failed mission. And they're like, well, we gotta try. So they take off. Me, the STFU guys, the Detroit guys are not going to make that run. We have some injury issues going on in terms of like persistent old injuries. We are miserable. We're not making that run. As we're standing around talking about it and the water cart rolls up, we see in the distance a group wandering. We're like, oh, is that the other team? Which one is that? And we're looking. And we're looking, and Connor, my pocket Cajun, part of my loadout, points into the distance and goes, James! It's Sock Eyes! And I look up, and there, dressed all in white, with this group of random HVZ fanatics, is Sock Eyes. And he's coming back for me. Which is why there's that little clip of me and Sock Eyes. I missed you too. They made me go with Alex. I still have the little note that says I missed you with a frowny face from Sock Eyes. It's in my wallet. It's going to go in that picture frame over there with my blue sponsor bandana.
But there's negative consequences.
You completed Sock, right?
Yeah. Socks, we completed our thing.
Mega White.
Our mod and us were thinking drop off the key we have before we go on a wild goose chase. Because we
Well-
don't even know where to go.
If we don't
have a
have
group
the other
We don't have time.
You guys already know?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys want another 15 people?
Well, they already
They're
went.
already booked.
Let's
They're
go
already
turn in
sold.
your key.
Let's
Yeah.
go turn our key.
Can we
Roger.
turn them in
You're
separately?
loud.
No,
Can you
they
take
have to
charge?
be
Yep.
at the same time.
Yo! This way!
All right.
We're turning in the sock key.
Thank you, James.
Yep.
They have to be done simultaneously.
I don't know.
Don't the last 2 keys have to be done simultaneously?
Right. The last 2 have to be done at the same time.
Zombies looping around. Zombies looping around.
Zombies across the road. Zombies out of play.
Zombie is the one who's pushing the rules as far as he can.
Yeah.
The cart. We got a water wagon.
I need a mod.
Water wagon.
Jenna. Me. Second two keys have to be done at the same time, right? You can't turn in the second key and then go get the third key? I'm pretty sure.
Sox was advised. Rear guard. Take their key to the vault.
Okay, let's take the sock key to the vault.
Come on, let's move.
Sock key vault, let's go!
Go.
Watch the mega sock zombie on the right.
Just so we're aware, we can't hand in the sock team.
I have eyes in the mega.
Without Mega.
He is up now.
We take Sock's key back into the vault to hold the vault until reinforcements arrive, hopefully with the third key. I am of the assumption at this time that we are going to our deaths. Right? We are going to be tagged. We are going to be zombies for the rest of the event. It's just the way it's going to be. Ted gets tagged by David around a bush, which means I'm out my irregular ox buddy. And then we come up into it, hold our position, and then up the stairs comes the rest of the humans. Mega had not been wiped. Mega was just on a 20-minute hold. But since they weren't on comms, everybody assumed they were gone. So, we were able to open the final door. They escorted first the humans and then the zombies up the one set of stairs. And then we served a 15-minute hold to get what we needed out of the vault and extract.
We got people on every other entrance.
Yeah, there's already zombies milling on both sides. And we have more than enough people pointed this direction. Well, I would stay behind the guys who are kneeling because you can shoot over them.
Move up towards them. Move up.
Yeah.
They're holding.
Come take a knee.
Support them.
Yep, you know
if you guys stand up rapidly, I apologize if I hit you in the back. Are we in play yet or no?
Oh, we're in play.
We're playing now. Nice. All right, well done.
Good side. That was a snipe.
What's your name?
Josh. Nice to meet you. So you are?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. I'm good. You're good.
I got him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take your word. You know that. Connor, cover, reloading.
I don't know if we're gonna make this.
I don't either.
I thought the boomer was here. Is the boomer not here?
He's here.
He's here.
Brain with the blue
noodle?
noodle. The blue noodle is a boom staff, which is confusing.
That is
Newman, give me one step forward. Do not let those zombies get any closer. We take the ground. We do not give it.
Up in 10.
Reloaded.
Remember, if you've been wounded, finish your blaster.
Good job.
We have a 15-minute stand. It's mighty left.
Shit.
Hey, let's go. You guys are coming in. Get in. You guys are coming in. Get in. Quick. Come on. You're good for now. Come on.
Let's go.
Here is on the line. Take a step forward. I don't have my sidewalk yet.
Not at the moment, no.
What's up? What's going on, Jake?
Do I have eyes on Adam? There.
Don't be a dick. That's rule 0.
Do we have eyes on Adam?
No.
Has he turned?
No idea.
No.
I think he did right outside the vault.
Okay. So my battery just hit 11.6 and is done.
11.7. I'm at 11.6.
My solenoid won't actuate. Like, it'll fire, but it won't fire at dark. Well, good for you. I don't see us making 15 minutes in here.
We're
How far
currently
up?
at 7.
Yeah.
We're going on 8.
Hey, did you see Red Cowboys here?
I need to talk to him. I saw him a little bit ago. Like, I saw the back of his shirt. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a good time to talk to him.
You see them? They keep rushing this right here. The dude with the orange was consistently down. They're focusing.
Straight off the shelf.
Watch unicorn!
I've got at least 10 minutes.
So it's got to be.
Y'all are looking for something to do. We can use some strength on the right.
See the guy in the lab coat? I have one.
I know.
Oh, pouch.
Guys,
Come on, two sides! Come on! Cool, thank you. I couldn't see. The quality of guard is not very good.
Let's slip to the right a little bit. We're falling on the right.
Anyone need some?
Left flank.
still alive? Yeah? Slayed some zombies? One shot, one kill. Not yeah.
Hey, push to the right!
That's up in 30 seconds.
Watch.
3 minutes.
3 minutes left! 20
Well done, humans. We're on the final stretch.
20 seconds, watch the right!
Unicorn! Unicorn right!
Watch the right! Make it right!
Well done, humans. Reload. Grab your stuff. Grab some ammo.
so much gear, bro. That's great. I love it.
My fucking battery died.
3.
Humans, everyone take a step to your
Is it
right.
XT30 or XT60?
30.
Yeah, I need a 60. I put the big battery in here.
We got 10 seconds to respawn. We got 1 minute left. They got time for one more push. Are we gonna let them take us?
No!
Who are we?
Humans!
And what do we do?
Shoot! Connor, pick up that mag when you can, please. Caruso just saved my bacon.
15 seconds.
Caruso just saved my bacon. He had a battery.
Hell yeah!
I could kiss you on the mouth right now.
You had a battery.
What a dude!
Yeah, dude.
I don't have one. I got an adapter.
That's awesome.
Obviously, I had some mechanical issues. The battery in my Jin fell below operating voltage, so the solenoid would no longer actuate properly. That was problematic. So I then switched to a two-hand rig of my delightful Outlaw. Gotta love it. Best HVZ sidearm available right now. Put the down-tune spring in it. You're good to go. I've also heard that some people can get a Detroit Dartworks AccuNub to knock them enough below for most games, but I find the prime on this much more comfortable. And Miss Spellman, if you nasty, and continued to engage as possible, which wasn't frequently. Luckily, there were enough people with enough active firepower that I wasn't really needed. I was lamenting this. I happened to be standing next to Chris Caruso and his son Oliver, and Chris, out of nowhere, was like, well, I got a battery. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have the right size plug. And he goes, well, I got an adapter. So Chris got me back in the fight. I fired off some more rounds, as you saw, and the hold ended there. We were given a safe walk back, and I spoke to Mike to basically be like, hey, I'm tired. I'm going to skip mission 3 if that's cool. I got the go-ahead and spoke to Mike as Mike opened the briefcase from the hold and produced a bottle of Blue Sports drink, which he then chugged. Mission 3, I didn't play. Myself, Alan, Connor, Turkey, and Rian took an old man break, as I like to refer to it. My knee was acting up. Turkey was having some problems with his ankle. Connor also has some dodgy knees, and Alan was just tired. We went to Champs for the second time on that trip. I had a Susie Wong egg roll, some some Wonder Wings, and several Pottsville City sewer waters, and felt much better about things. So we returned to go play Mission 4, basically as Mission 3 ended up starting. Mission 3 was designed to be like a massive courier mission that they scrapped because they'd done so much running around campus that day. So instead, they played a mission with a flesh beast zombie van vehicle attacking people, and 3 different points doing 3 different things, being attacked by zombies. And from everyone I talked to, they all agree one of the best HVZ missions they've ever played, one of the most intense missions they've ever played, designed in like 20 minutes. So, once again, a mod team that knows what they're doing and is crazy how much they get done. We were supposed to play Mission 4 after Mission 3. We were supposed to have night play. The night play was canceled because people were tired, which I approved of. So we had it up and headed back to the Airbnb. We had several more beers and then conked out for the night. The next morning, we came back to play Mission 4. Mission 4, there is again no footage. I put the camera on, turned the camera on, and forgot to hit the record button. So I trudged all the way out to Old Main Lawn and got none of it, including my own death. Our mission was to waylay an investor, played by Jenna. Her name was Blau. And Jenna is a attractive young lady with blonde hair, and she's wearing a blue blazer, and she looks very smart and very, professional in the outfit they've put her in. And we have to escort a lookalike. The lookalike was my guy, Sockeyes. Luke and Jenna do not look alike. Luke and Jenna are not built similarly. Luke and Jenna are not of a similar height. The photos of Luke and Jenna, which you can find in a variety of locations now, together, side by side, dressed in the same outfit, with Luke in a beautiful blonde wig, are hilarious, and you should see them. As we are hiking out to start the mission, I am told by the field mod, I can't remember if it was Bryn or Tyler, that in the event, Luke is tagged out. We can still bring an imposter, but someone else will have to put on the coat and the wig in order to play the imposter. I will be 100% candid at this time. When I heard that, I giggled to myself, smiled broadly, and said, not a problem. I got it. Because all that could run through my head was big man in a little coat. Big man in a little coat. My plan was to put on the coat, set the wig on top of my cowboy hat, and proceed immediately to the objective site to see if I could make Brain laugh hard enough to ruin the game. And fortunately, this isn't what occurred. We made a left, traveling down past Old Main Lawn alongside Health and Humanities and all that right there. And zombies were pursuing us. We determined that we would fend off the zombies and send Scotty and a smaller contingent with Sockeyes to hide and to eventually make their way to the objective. This was a miscalculation on my part, as I forgot that Scotty has no idea where anything is on the campus, so they made a massive loop that got nowhere near the objective site. That's on me. What's not on me is the group splitting in two. Half of the group proceeding the wrong direction, and, well, way more than half. And the contingent with me backing up towards College Avenue, under fire. Well, under attack, right? They're zombies. And this is where I lost my HVZ life. I was tagged by a young lady who was very enthusiastic to get a tag on me. And according to Vader, who was part of the irregular auxiliary who were there, they had several equipment failures, including an FDL jam, that contributed to my loss. This was a problem for everyone, because now none of them knew where they were going, and I was out. I surrendered my brain to the young lady, who responded excitedly with, "Oh my God, I got one," and I felt really good about it. So that is the flip side of these. These are really exciting to get for people who don't get them all the time. Because for someone like her, or someone like me, this is a meaningful moment. You got a tag, and it was a big deal. Whereas people collecting them like bounties, it's just kind of shitty. Because you don't need 25 or 30 of these. So I was tagged out, and Mike was up the way with another mod, and I'm walking up the hill, and Mike goes, "Are you out?" And I go, "Yeah." "You want me to go put on a headband, or you want me to field mod?" And he gets all excited looking and goes, "Stand right here," and hands me the 2 bands off his arms. So I took off my gear, laid it in a bush, and played glorified, caution cone for a while. And then once play had passed me by, worked my way up the road back to the briefing room in Thomas, put all my gear back where it goes, and went back into the field mod for the end of Mission 4, where they had a in-game cutscene thing where Goldenrod, played by Brain, got everything he was after and got to juice up his minions. So in juicing up his minions, he made his 4 primary like special zombies more impressive. And those zombies were Dr. Ben Rains. I cannot remember what Wormy's character name was, but she got a giant shield. Like 8 feet tall, 6 foot wide shield. Bryn became a charged creeper, so, charge and spin in a circle as an explosion. And I think Bryn got full-length noodles for that. And I think Ben Rains became a second boomer. But I can't remember, because none of them matter compared to Alex from Detroit Dartworks, who at this point, Alexei the Shark Zolotov, became a shark with a freaking laser beam on his head. How did they make Alex a normally proportioned human being and not a shark with a freaking laser beam on his head? They copied the Arachne special from UNC Charlotte last year with one big change, which was he was wearing a shark head, like a plushy shark mask thing that left his face in the mouth hole, and it had a yarn ball thing attached to it. The idea being he would throw the ball, and the line attached to it were all a tagging object. And the idea being that he would be firing these lasers, right? And the only respawn would be until he gets his ball back to him. He has to, reel his ball in and fire his laser. Terrifying. Love it. Mission 5 was supposed to be these, super uber zombies being taken care of by the teams in advance of finale. The problem was, with time as it was, and human numbers as they were, there was not going to be a Mission 5. We were rolling straight into finale. Humans had to go onto Hub Lawn, the largest single green space available to them on campus, right? Had to go onto Hub Lawn and solve 3 puzzle boxes, which would allow them to win, theoretically. But this being a mission, or this being a game, with Mike Lasik in charge, nobody was walking off that thing not a zombie. And with me, in the red Go Time vest, nobody was walking out of there. Because I was already Steiner barking long before we left the briefing room.
So we're on our walk out to finale. This is what's in the short, where I'm in the mystical, magical murder vest. So this should be a lot of fun for you guys. Boom, are you playing or playing Media Zombie? You're going to play Media Zombie? Can you keep an eye on that for me so my sweeping is easier? Donkey chain. That's bad German for thank you. Right? Because it's donkey chain. There you go. Yeah.
Try not to do what you're going to do for Mission 0.
Yeah, no form tackles.
Connor, you're
they
almost
won't
the
see
size
me
of,
either.
You're almost the size of mine, but you're behind me.
Well, if you hide behind Milo, they won't see you either. Just like Tim.
I color matched.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. So,
We get
buddy, you need to be right behind Connor. Okay? No, because the thing is, they're going to tag me. They're going to tag Alan. They're going to tag Connor. And then this is going to come out of nowhere when they have no Mega XL.
Hey, come back here.
It's a straight tongue.
Perfect. And just stay amongst the pack. Okay? And Milo, look at me. Okay? If I yell, I need my scrum half, that's you. Okay? You're my little Napoleon now. Okay? You call the play. If you're up and I'm up, you call my name. And we stack up and we make the magical murder bag. Okay? Do this for me. Yeah! Zombies! This is our house! We will defend this house! They are not here to win this day! We are! why the barking happens.
Yeah,
It's easier on your throat.
For the shareholders!
They'll die tired.
The timer.
Right.
I also want to be like, come on.
Okay, get ready.
When we respond on the twos?
40.
We're 30 feet, right?
Yep.
30 feet, got 2-minute response on the twos. Another 40 seconds.
How close were you, James?
About 10 feet.
Close.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get behind James then.
All right, we have about 35 seconds. You get behind me, I'll get behind James.
30 seconds. You got the time?
Yep.
Just keep me informed.
20 seconds.
15 seconds!
10.
15 seconds!
BFG's in the middle of the horde.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, as you can see, that's another medical hold. Well, medical pause. They were very strict about language. Good on you. That occurred because of inappropriate play. I'm not 100% on what happened there. I have heard rumors and hearsay, and I will not air them here. I will say that people need to make good decisions in how they engage with the game and not put each other in danger. The humans didn't last much longer than that. There was some problematic play I saw from a couple of dudes. Milo, Tim's son, who had the blue vest on, at one point a dude just mag dumped him with a Prometheus, and he didn't even get tagged with a Mega Dart, with a Mega XL. He just walked away. He was just like, no, this isn't worth it. And that's not okay. Mag dumping a special ammo zombie in order to make them stop because it's not fun isn't okay. I don't like seeing that. My camera had died by that point, or else you'd have been in that compilation too. Oh, I forgot the best part of the weekend for me. Well, one of the best parts. You know what? We'll do a best parts of the weekend at the end. Awards. So we went back, they did their closing statements, we did the zombie prayer, and they did awards. I will tell you that I don't remember who won Best Human Moment, and no one could supply it for me. I think that's because Best Human Moment is massively overshadowed by Best Human, which was the guys from Sub-Zero Blaster Battle bringing the water cart. Water cart was a vibe, as the kids say. It was a mood. It was a thing more people need to do. Giving us access to water in the field that you were willing to drag around was a level of generosity and understanding that is rarely seen in anything, much less in this hobby. So I salute the hell out of the Sub-Zero Blaster Battle guys for doing that. And if you guys need something and we're in an event, just tell me. I got your back. Vader from Knoxville, who is part of the Irregular Auxiliary, brings his whole family to these events. His son, who is referred to as the Goblin, is notorious for his danger as a zombie. He is terrifying in the field. I don't like playing against him. And Vader bred another one because his daughter Eliana won Best Zombie for some blue vest shenanigans I was not present for. However, I have to announce that in an unexpected turn, I won Best Zombie moment. As a young lady sitting up in the stands behind me and to my right, pointed down into the section of the stands that me and my team were in and said, "One of you, that one, with the barking, that was terrifying." And so I won Best Zombie moment, which I did not expect and greatly appreciated, which is how I ended up with this big gold hex key that no one found. This was my prize. And to the mod staff and the individuals who cheered for me, who? I love Survival Fest. We had a great time. I have very few complaints. The complaints I do have, their mod team are aware of and we have discussed, and they tend to be things about, like, operations, keeping the trains running on time, stuff like that. Stuff no one is good at because you don't do it professionally. Best things of the weekend, I loved playing Special Ammo Zombie, right? Giving me something that makes zombie play accessible for someone with bad knees and, you know, who's a bigger dude. I love it. Because just being an ammo sponge isn't fun when it just takes you out of action, right? Meat shielding one shot, not fun. But putting on the vest and being able to suck up just ammo, being able to just get in way of stuff for zombies behind you, that makes it fun for me. And getting shot with the ammo that is accessible to take out Mega XL zombies brings me to another favorite moment. Obviously, the very sensual tag with Tom, which was the title card for this episode. Wonderful. Great moment in my life. But in that East Halls hold on Friday night, I got shot with a Nerf arrow. And it hit me, and it dropped to the ground in front of me, and I just stared at it on the ground. Because I couldn't believe what I'd been shot with. Who is shooting big bad bow arrows? Who has these anymore? And would bring them here? Because anything that can fire a big bad bow arrow can fire a Mega XL dart. They're the same internal diameter. And so I bend over. And I don't bend over to pick up ammo for anything. I have a extending grabbing arm for it. My back doesn't like bending over that many times anymore. I'm getting old. So I bend over and I pick up the arrow and I'm staring at it in my hand. I get shot several more times because I have forgotten to deband because I'm staring at this arrow. Deband, get my counter, see the guy with the arrow. I'm going for him now. Go after the guy with the arrow. He shoots me with another arrow. I catch it before it hits the ground. I now have 2 arrows clutched in my hand. Take off my hat. Continue to walk towards the guy. Hand him his 2 arrows and go, "Please don't lose these. They're increasingly rare." And he laughed and said, "Thank you," and wandered off. His name is Arvid. Arvid goes to RIT or is in some way affiliated with RIT. Every time I see Arvid, he has some kind of new and wacky device for the whole weekend. He has some kind of new and wacky device that is 3D printed that I don't have access to. Arvid, publish your designs. I will absolutely turn one of these Caliburns into that arrow monstrosity that you built. It was amazing. The modified fly core thing you made. I want to see it. I want to see the designs. I want to see what you did. The little ballistic knife thing that shoots the Mega XL but has like a knife hilt. I want it. Make it possible. Give it to me. I'll put it on the channel. I'll build them. I'll market them. You're building neat things. Let us have them. Closing. Survival Fest 2024 was a magical time. It was at the Pennsylvania State University, and I loved that. Even with the limitations of campus, the chain fences, walking up and down Pollock, you made me go to West Campus through frickin' IST Westgate. It was still a great time. I look forward to seeing everyone again. I look forward to going to Survival Fest 2025. It was great. I make the joke frequently, but at HVZ, well, it's my Olive Garden.